Hi everyone, this is Valerie and this is video about one more metric you're going to track for your SaaS business, and it's called customer acquisition cost. It's not cost per click, it's not your marketing expenses, it's not something that you're going to calculate in a very easy way. Yes, customer acquisition cost is kind of a complex metric, but still it is hugely important to track it. So in this video I'm going to tell you about what customer acquisition cost is, and I'm also going to give you the equation how you can calculate it easily. And I'm sure you're going to do it pretty frequently. Let's start. And first of all, let me focus on the following. So customer acquisition cost is not the same as cost per click. Cost per click is something for the marketing efforts and especially for the ads. So this is something that lies in the Facebook account. No, of course not. So this is something that belongs to the marketing team, especially to the people who are into the targeting. But customer acquisition cost is a metric that consists of the following things. So first of all, it is the marketing expenses, overall marketing expenses, please keep it in mind, and sales expenses. And there's also something from the infrastructure of your office, back end and front end. So let's go through it step by step. Well, customer acquisition cost is calculated with the following equation. You get the sum of your marketing expenses plus sales expenses plus office expenses. Then you're going to divide it by the number of customers acquired through this certain period of time, for example, a month, and that's what you get from the customer acquisition cost. All right, as you see, you get the overall number for customer acquisition cost, but of course you can define the number per a single user, and this number can definitely vary from month to month, from period to period, from channel to channel. So that's where you can also keep your attention at the acquisition channels. So that may be ads, some platforms, referrals, well, whatever. In other words, you can have an overall CAC and you can also have a CAC for a certain marketing channel. Please keep it in mind. Well, why is it actually important to know your CAC? Well, easily. You're going to compare customer acquisition cost to the lifetime value you get from a customer. And in case your CAC is much bigger, or just anyways, in case it is bigger than lifetime value, then you are in a really bad position and you're going to do something about your business urgently. We have already told you about the North Star metric in this video. So for some period of time, probably these two metrics can be your North Star metrics: customer acquisition cost and lifetime value. So these are two indicators that your business is doing great. Well, once you have mastered these two metrics, you can focus on some other metrics, of course. Well, speaking about the expenses that I've told you about when describing the equation, so there is marketing expenses, also sales expenses, and the office expenses. Let me give you some examples of what you imply in this. Once you calculate your customer acquisition cost, you're going to know your number. But of course, you can also track the benchmarks. For example, these are offered by Demand Jump, and you see that there is really a huge gap between travel and technology software when it comes to customer acquisition cost. Let's go back to the expenses, and we're going to divide the marketing expenses, sales expenses, and office expenses into the components. So first of all, marketing expenses. So these are not only the ad costs, but also indeed the costs of your marketing team. So we're speaking about the salaries here and also the overhead. And we are also speaking about the tools that you are actually getting and paying for on a monthly basis for your marketing team to work smoothly. The same situation is with the sales team. So you have people, you have tools that people use, you have office if you work offline, and of course you have some special things that you bring into the office. So these are all the expenses you are going to track. It's not a joke. Then you're also going to pay attention to all the technical costs and even electricity. Yes, you hear me right. You're going to track every single cost of everything that helps your business actually be alive into the customer acquisition cost. Then you're also going to pay attention to the production costs and also the inventory upkeep, and you're also going to, well, calculate everything. So once you have the number, you're going to get a big sum of it, and you're going to divide it into the number of users that you acquired, for example, last month, and that's how you will get the customer acquisition cost for the previous period of time, for the last month. Don't forget that you can actually get the customer acquisition cost per single user, and you're also going to compare it from month to month, from period to period. But first of all, you're going to compare it with the lifetime value. Again, lifetime value should be much bigger compared to the customer acquisition cost. And I'm going to tell you about the lifetime value in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Don't forget to put the notification button, and see you in the next video.